Peace, family. Peace, 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 peace. All right. I hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. If not, do understand and get that it's going to get better once your perception gets better. So I wanted to come on here real quick and discuss this. Okay. Disclaimer first. Okay. I'm no doctor. Okay. But I could share, things that I have learned on my journey. Okay. And things that I grew through. So whenever you feeling, this nervousness or whatever, and maybe you are stressed, okay? Maybe you are stressed out, or maybe ignorance, okay? I'm going to share a story with you guys. I remember when I had first opened up my business, right? I had started a line called Universally Fit. And it was an active wear line, okay? I don't want to say I don't go hard on it, but I haven't been posting anything. Actually, I posted something like last week. But I remember when I needed to ship the items out, right? Whether it was, clothing, whether it was, tea from network marketing companies that I was a part of. And I remember on my way to the post office, okay, this is what you have to understand and get. Sometimes in life, your body is letting you know, like, maybe something is wrong, okay? And it could be something wrong, your body letting you know. It could be you at their job, maybe you got a bigger calling, okay? And your body is trying to let you know, like, this is not it. And because you are suppressing those emotions, it is causing you to have anxiety. Okay. When I went to the post office, I did not know, like, I knew how to mail letters, right? But when it came to business, I didn't know, the gist of it. I didn't know the gist of it, right? And some may say, well, it's the same exact thing like mailing a letter or whatever. But I was giving myself all these scenarios like, oh my goodness, they gonna ask you for this, they gonna ask you for that, they gonna ask you all these different things, right? And one of the things that I know to be true, okay, honey, you could take this to the bank, okay? One of the things that I know to be absolutely true is vulnerability. Okay, today I went to ship my sister some tea, some herbal tea. And I didn't know because, it's the glass jar. I never shipped, herbal tea before. I shipped tea, but it was never in a glass jar and stuff like that. So I didn't know, what the hell to do. Okay. And so when I got in there, I told the lady, the cashier who works for the post office, I told her, I said, I need to ship this. I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I never did this before. Okay. And what I noticed is when you tell people you never done something, right? Majority of the times they very patient. Okay, they very patient with you. They very understanding. Is all according to what you tell yourself. Okay. Also, I remember I told you guys my experiences when I went to psychologists, whatever, to get pills and stuff because, all of it comes from stress. And you suppressing. Stress, suppression, and it could be, an ignorance. That's really, really what it is. Okay? And the total or up fear. That's what it is. Okay? Anxiety is fear suppressed. Okay? All right. And then you thinking about the past. You're not focusing. See, you living from your mind. Okay. As opposed to living from your heart space. You got to understand. And this is really what's going to do it. You stepping into it. Okay. It's times where it's though I don't want to go outside, okay? But once I go outside, honey, oh my God, I can't get back in the house, okay? And look, it's cold as hell outside right now. And I had went out there to send my sister some tea. And, you know, the shipping. And when I was coming back, a part of me said, shit, I don't want to come back in no doggone house. Honey, Shein, okay? Hey, now, I got these from Shein. I didn't want to come back in the house. So guess what I started doing, honey? I started creating places to go. Okay? It's all according to, and it's also according to what you're listening to. Or according to what you're listening to and what you put in yourself. All of that plays a major part. So if you are a person, okay, listen to this. I had went to this therapist one time. Well, I've been to therapy several times, okay? But I remember I went to this therapist and I was working at this job. See, my spirit knew I came here for something bigger, okay? And I was trying to suppress it. I was, you know, trying to be what other people wanted me to be. And it was like, you know, my soul was like, you know, but my spirit was like, come on, girl, come on. You ain't come here for this, okay? And I remember I went to this therapist. It was an older guy and he was of color, probably about 70, almost 80 years old. And he still was practicing. And right out of, was it East Orange? Yeah, I think out of East Orange. And I remember when, East Orange, New Jersey, okay. I remember when I went to him and I was explaining to him, you know, how I be feeling and, you know, things of that nature. And I remember he told me it was this lady of color that was working for the courthouse. And every time she went to work, she would feel herself with so much anxiety, right? She would have so much anxiety, like real intense. And later on, as she was doing therapy and I guess like talking to him and stuff like that, come to find out it was because of the criminal justice system, right? And how, you know, some say bias, okay? And what happened was she had to start taking medication to go to work. Now, when I went to, the psych, okay, I remember the psych had put me on medicine, okay, and something just didn't sit right with me with that. Because I said, you mean to tell me you got to take this just to cope, to go to work, to make money? Like, and I've always been the type that, you know, just, you know, analyze stuff. Some things just don't make sense, okay? And I knew something was wrong with that goddamn picture, okay? Nobody ain't had to tell me that. I knew it was an innate ability. I said, wait, hold up, this something ain't right with this, okay? And I stopped taking them. Now, listen, you, like I said, I'm no doctor, okay? You do what works for you, okay? But one of the things that I do know is some of the reasons why you may experience things because you suppressing it, you running away from it. You don't want to face it, okay? And so when you suppressing it, guess what? You ever went to the doggone beach and you try to stop the waves from coming? Huh? Tell me how that worked out for you. Okay? Did that work out good? Did you stop the waves? No. And that's how energy is. Okay? So whatever it is that you're growing through, you have to step into it. Now, I know some out there may say, well, you know, I don't want people to see, you know, that I'm off or that, you know, sometimes I ain't got it, you know, all together because stress and all this other stuff. Let me tell you something. You want to know the truth about people? People not thinking. No, people not thinking. You thinking about what they thinking. They not even thinking. Okay? They not even thinking. You worried about, oh, well, what they gonna think, what they gonna say. They not even thinking. Okay? So why are you so fixated about what they say? Listen, when you face yourself, honey, applaud your goddamn self. You want to know the quickest way to build your confidence up is not to give a damn what nobody else say. Is you still go out and you still do you, honey. Okay? You got to know yourself. You got to know there ain't nothing damn wrong with you. Okay? You got to understand ain't nothing wrong. Let me say it again. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with you. Okay? Ain't nothing wrong with you. You gotta know that. It's nothing wrong. You walking, oh, you know, well, maybe. No, ain't nothing wrong with you. You stressed out. You stressed and you allowing the stress. Instead of you looking for, because, honey, this is something that I looked up something like this last night, okay? I tell you guys, I'm going to be very transparent, and I'm always looking to evolve my damn self. So I went online last night. I said, how could you stop thinking about things you don't want to think about, right? And one is awareness. Let me get this book. 1 second. Okay. So you guys know I always talk about books, right? Honey, I love to read. Okay, never thought I would be saying that, but I love to read, especially when it deals with the subconscious mind. Okay, in order for you to change your life, honey, you have to start understanding the things that you doing is from 1600s. Okay, it's all the way from the 1600s, and you still rocking out to that same exact belief system. Okay, and so you don't change it, you get the same. Okay, so this book, honey, now this book done been through some things. I done wrote all in this book. Okay, underlined all. Honey, this book done been through some things. This, honey, okay, all right. But listen, this book right here, okay, The Mystic Path to Cosmic Power. One second. Honey, the pages is even. The pages is even coming. Listen, but this book, I remember when I was reading this book, one of the things the author said was, he said, whenever it's something that you experience, right, some emotions or whatever it is, he said, don't look at it as it's bad, or don't look at it like, you weak or whatever it is. He said, the true essence is awareness, okay? If you are aware of it, you can change it. So when you going out and you feel a certain type of way, you supposed to, if you analyze yourself long enough, you can understand, like, where is this coming from? Okay. The reason why I could know certain things about myself, because I'm mainly with myself. Okay. I'm by myself majority of the time. Okay. Unless with my children or whatever it is. And a lot of the times I'm reading, or I'm on YouTube listening to, Bob Proctor. I'm meditating, all these different things, because what I started understanding is if I want different, if I want better, I got to definitely start getting to know who the hell Dina is. Okay. And so this is a phenomenal read. Okay. This is a phenomenal read. This book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, okay, PhD. Okay, so because I know when I first started doing these videos, people was like, you ain't a doctor. No, they was like, oh, so you a doctor now. I'm being funny. Honey, I'm getting it from the doctors. Okay, I'm getting it from the doctors. Okay, all right. And so, Joseph Murphy, he talks a lot about the subconscious mind. This book is mainly, you want to change your habits. You want to change money far as coming into your life, honey. Get this book and start listening to, I would say, Bob Proctor. Okay, because that's mainly all I really listen to these days. One day I had got to download. I tell you guys. Listen, call me whatever you want. But I tell you guys, I ask myself, okay, subconscious, whatever it is you deem to be source, whatever. You can't get wet from sand water. I ask myself, what could I do to get better results? Okay. And what came back to me was Bob Proctor and Abraham Hicks. Okay. And I guess the reason being why those is because they talk about universal laws so much. Okay, so much. Bob Proctor, he talks about the mental, about the subconscious and a conscious mind. Okay, and also the paradigm, the habits that we tend to do on a day in and day out basis, and why we tend to get the same exact results year after year after year, it all stems back from our childhood. Honey, if you ain't making no changes, if you ain't doing nothing different, you're gonna keep on getting the same exact thing until something drastic happen into your life, or maybe you just, you just keep on going through the same exact thing. But for whatever reason, okay, whichever reason you may be experiencing the things you are experiencing, always know that there's a solution. Okay, always know that there is a solution. And so getting back to my statement, right? What I said last night, so I was looking, in this book. Okay, now I just got this book yesterday, and I had read, I think it was like one page of it. Okay, because I was back and forth. Okay, but yeah, so Bob Proctor recommended this book from a video that I seen on YouTube. And the thing about success is success leaves clues. Okay, you ain't got to go rebuild the wheel. Okay, you ain't got to do all of that. What you got to do is look at the successful people. You want to win? You watch them. Okay, it ain't got nothing to do with color neither. Because in this here universe, it don't play by color. It don't play by culture. It don't play by boy or girl. It don't play by any of that. It plays by your energy, vibration, frequency. It plays by your belief. What do you believe about yourself? That's what it plays by. Okay. And so, last night I was in the room, right? And I ain't gonna tell you guys what I'm going through, okay? Because honey, I believe shit. You keep on listen. So last night I was in a room and I was like, how could I, stop thinking about this, right? And when you start saying, how could you stop thinking about something? You ever try to stop thinking about it? You think about the shit more, right? And so I went online because I said, you know what? Okay, come on. All right. So what I did was I said, I went online and it said, instead of you thinking about the problem, think of a solution. Okay. Think of a solution. If you can't think of a solution, ask your subconscious. Or God, whatever you deem, Allah, honey, you can't get wet from saying water. I don't care what your source is. It does not matter what your source is. Okay? You do what works for you. But you ask, what is the solution to this? Okay? And you go away from the illusion of the problem. And then before you know it, ideas just start popping up in your mind. Oh, do this, do this, do that. Now, when an idea pop in your mind, as crazy as hell as it may seem, honey, long as it's, honey, if it says some stuff that, if it says some stuff that you may want to harm yourself, honey, I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that damn solution. I'm talking about something where it's though it could say, like for instance, I'm gonna give you guys a scenario. I lost my AirPods. Okay, one of my AirPods. Couldn't find it. Couldn't find that doggone AirPod for the life of me. I done moved this couch before in my living room. Still couldn't find it. Lifted up the cushions. Still couldn't find it. Looked on the table. Looked in my pocketbook. All these different things, right? Still couldn't find it. Now, the last place I remember I had the AirPods in was when I was at Dollar Tree, right? When I was with my youngest son. And so when I asked my youngest son, I said, did you see my AirPod? Well, he told me, he said, you left it in Dollar Tree. So I said, wait, hold up. I don't think I left it in Dollar Tree because I'm always mainly wearing them. So I'm like, I don't believe I left them in Dollar Tree because I would have noticed it right then, right? I meditated, right? I said, you know what? It'll pop up when it pop up. Was even about to order me some new ones. Okay, now these... You know, my son, I told him they AirPods. He said, those not AirPods. AirPods is, for the iPhone. AirPods is for the iPhone. Those, I said, so what are they? Because, they go on your ear, they wireless, they AirPods. He said, no, those are not AirPods, okay? But anyway, so I was about to order me some more. They $20-something, right? Something said, no, don't order no AirPods. Don't order them no more. Don't place another order. What I did was I meditated on it. Left the problem, the illusion alone. Meditated on it. I got this notion is under the sofa. It was like this innate feeling. This like, this short, not like somebody talking to you. You ever get that feeling where it's though you like something told me not to mess with this person, right? Honey, okay. So I got, I got up. And, sometimes you like, now what if I look under there and it ain't there, right? So I said, you know what, I'm going to look under there. Actually, I was sweeping. Underneath, like, the behind my sofa, right? And I just see something black, okay? And I said, wait, hold up, that look like my doggone AirPod. It was it. Okay? It was it. And that's how this thing works. That's how it works. You powerful. You so magical. Okay. And I know some people don't care for that, but that's you got to figure that out on your own. But you powerful. Okay. Stop putting, stop feeling like that you're not so powerful. And ain't nothing wrong with you. Okay. Let me say that. There's nothing wrong with you. Okay. It's just the belief systems. Okay, is the belief systems that's showing up in your life that's not working. And maybe you want to hold on so tight and dear to them, okay, that you don't want to let them go. But those belief systems are interrupting. Your spirit is being, your spirit is like, this not it. You done been practicing this crap ever since the 1600s. This not it. This not what it is. Okay, and you may feel some discomfort, okay? But in order for you to grow through that, you have to face it. Okay, now I ain't no doctor and I ain't telling you guys, I'm just sharing my experience. But in order for you to grow through it, you have to face it. Remember, fear is not going to go away, because you say, well, I just want the fear to go away. No, you got to face it. And you know how you start overcoming it? Repetition. Repetition is key. And stepping into it. Express yourself. Okay? Just because you express yourself, we got this concept, from back in the day, from, somebody, parents, our parents, okay, worry about what they think and worry about, don't go out looking like it and all this other stuff, right? That you lose yourself in the midst of it. Okay, you're not even being who you truly were created to be. You being somebody else, what somebody else feel as though you ought to be. You rocking out to what somebody else tell you should do. Not what you feel in your heart that you should do. And that's where the discomfort comes from. Because you're listening to people outside yourself more than your higher self or source or whatever. And you're going to keep on feeling it and keep on going through it until you grow through it. And also be mindful of the company you keep. You want to get out of a rut? Be very mindful of the company you keep. Now, this could be your mama. Okay? And we all love our mamas. But if your mama is negative, and you talk to your mama like 6 times out of the day, Honey, you got to look at that. Maybe call your mama 2 times out of the day. Okay? Because if you want to live a life of positivity, and I'm not saying that you're not going to be faced with, certain things. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is you would know how to maneuver around those things better. Okay? What you constantly be around. And I got this from Bruce Lipton, okay, who talks about epigenetics. What you constantly be around, that's what you become. I used to say, I had a friend who was promiscuous, and I used to say, no, I never be like that. Just, because my aunt, she always used to say, these old sayings. She would say, tell me who your friends are, and I tell you who you are. Something like that, right? And I used to be like, like, I ain't believe it. I used to be like, no, because just because such and such sleep around, that don't mean I'm going to do it, honey. And then I started becoming promiscuous. Okay. All right. Now, I'm not saying my friend is the cause, but what I do know is that if you be around something long enough, honey, you will start thinking that, oh, that's okay. Okay. You will start saying this book. You be around something long enough, you'll start making excuses. Oh, they just went to that store and robbed it. They just stole something at one time. Okay, then next minute, you ain't got no money, and then you thinking about stealing from the store too. Okay, all right. So just be mindful. But I wanted to really come on here to say there's nothing wrong with you. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just suppressing your emotions. And when you suppress, it creates depression. Okay? Sometimes in life, you have to face it. Sometimes in life, you have to grow through it. If you're waiting for the fear to leave, guess what? It's not. And so, you're just going to be playing it safe. Years passing, time going, because time waits for nobody. Time is currency. And all this time that's just passing, and you keep saying, well, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it then. I'm going to do it then. I'm going to do it then. I challenge myself. And at times I'm afraid. You got the one right. I'm afraid at times. Okay. But I know that's because of ignorance. Okay. I also know it's because it's something I never done before. So I'm growing. Growth is always good. Okay, so don't you look at yourself and, be beating yourself up. And stop being so hard on yourself. Keep, oh, damn, I should do that. I should have been did it, or I should have been knew that. No, okay? You do what you are, where you are consciously at, okay? Conscious where you are at that time. But you can change, okay? You can change. And you ain't got to wait for years. My mother would say to me when I first started, getting into, about the power of the subconscious and changing my habits and stuff. I remember my mother said to me, she said, everybody can't change quick like you. Right? And that's not true. That's not true. Because I made a decision. I made a choice. I decided. I was sick of those results. And I knew I deserved better. And so I started doing things different. That would scare the hell out of me. But I still did it. I still showed up. I still did it. You know why? Because it was something in me that was so rebellious. It was like, you know what? No. We sick of this. Sick of getting these results. Okay? No, we're going to do something different. And so, different, I started doing. Okay, so much so that, sometimes you and your loved ones may distance yourselves. And that's because of growth. It's because of growth. It's because of your belief systems are not in alignment with one another no more. Okay. Right? And so that's one of the things that I had to start understanding too. That I came here by myself, okay? And I'm going to always do what's best for me. Always do what's best for me, and I'm not going to apologize for it. Okay, I'm always going to do what's best for me. And listening to my higher self is so powerful. Okay, you listening to other people because you're like, oh, well, they know more, or they specialize in this, they specialize in that. I want to say the universe had showed me so much, whereas though, at times I may say, well, this person, they worked there before, so they should know. And then the universe showed me, like, just because they worked there, that don't mean nothing, right? Or knowing, or powerful, okay? Start listening to your intuition. Start listening more to it. And the reason why we don't listen to it so much is because when we were children, okay, and you may had a bad feeling about somebody that may have, used to come to your house or wherever, or your mama's house. And you may have said, I don't trust this person. And your mama probably said, no, I've been friends with them ever since before you was born, okay? But you felt something about them it was kind of off. And next minute, the person that stole from your mama, okay? The person may have touched you, okay? Or whatever it was. And because, you was told, no, this person is a good person. And because, we trust our parents, right? That we felt like, my mama know best, and you start not listening to that intuition or knowing, okay? And you just disregard it. And then it's so funny because you think when things show itself when you was a kid, right? You think it's all programming. Because I was going to say, you would think you would be like, no, but why did I listen to, she was wrong or whatever. It was like that. But, it's still programming. You still programming. You programmed up into from I want to say, from the time you in your mama womb, okay, up into 7, you in theta state. Theta. And theta state is the state before you drift off to sleep. That's theta, okay? And that's like when the subconscious mind is wide open. So from your mama's womb up into age 7, the ego didn't kick in yet. Okay. So it was just open. Your subconscious mind was just open. You couldn't distinguish, this is, no, maybe we shouldn't, why my mama doing this and all this other stuff. You seen it so much through the repetition that you just thought, this is the way we do it subconsciously. So it all goes into the subconscious mind, and you start following up on it, and you think that's what life is supposed to be like, okay? Some of you guys even think that, the way somebody love you is, a certain type of way. You think, oh, well, if they beat me or whatever it is, that's love. Or if they cheat on me and tell me they sorry and bring me roses and dinner and stuff like that, then that's love. That means, all these different things. You got that love definition from whoever raised you. That's where you got it from, okay? So if you want to start getting different and better, you got to start analyzing and start questioning every damn thing. Start questioning everything. Why you do some of the things that you do. The most knowledge that you could ever have is getting to know thyself. The best knowledge, the most knowledge, the superior knowledge, or whatever it is you want to call it, is getting to know thyself. Because when you know other people. Because we are all reflectors of one another. And this here universe is oneness. Okay? Oneness. Okay? Meaning that we all experience, similar things. Okay? And it doesn't matter. It all goes back to, your upbringing. It doesn't matter, color, whatever it is, whatever, you get sidetracked on. None of that matters. Because the universe don't have favorites. And it ain't biased. It just goes based upon your belief. Change those beliefs, change your world. And with that being said, my plan was to fold these clothes while I was on here with you guys. But honey, I got so caught up in talking now. Look, now I gotta fold these clothes. But I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you. Make sure you understand and know if you want something different, gotta do something different. Okay? You gotta do something different. And I had an ex of mine who used to tell me, go pick up a book, right, to try to throw shade, right? And it's so funny because when I started picking up the books, he would say, and I come at him a certain way. He'd say, "Oh, it's your ego," and all this other stuff, right? It wasn't that. It was, he felt like he was, I guess, better because, he very, very educated, book smart, very book smart and things of that nature. But when I started challenging and saying certain things, then it was like, oh, it's my ego and stuff like that. That's neither here nor there. 3 books. Listen, you want to change your mind, you got to do something different. You don't want to do nothing different? Well, keep getting the same results. Okay? Keep on complaining to the same exact people that can't even give you the answer to your solution. Okay, they going through it too. It's like you go into a broke person asking them how to become rich. What could they tell you? They can't tell you how to become rich because they're not even rich. They don't even know what it feels like or whatever it is like that. Same as that concept. You go into people asking them, how could I get better and all this other stuff? How could they tell you? Sometimes they're not even better. And there's no shade. It's just that you have to start doing something different that you never done before. Okay, so the 3 books, Paradigms. Okay, this book was, honey, it don't matter about the price. Okay, because knowledge, no one could ever take that away from you. You see, you worrying about, the money. Don't you know money is energy? Money is a frequency. It's energy. Okay, that's it. And the more you have the scarcity lack mindset, the more it's going to seem like money is running away from you. Why? Because perhaps you get this book and perhaps you start reading it and perhaps you develop something, right? Maybe something goes off in your mind. Okay. Maybe you find out what your purpose is or something. Sometimes these things tend to work like that. Okay. And now from you paying $12, $6 for a book. Okay. Now you making, let's say, $10,000 a week. And listen, don't come with hell. Listen, the hell is none of your goddamn business. Get the book. Paradigms, okay? This is the first one. Second one, The Power of the Subconscious Mind. You want to know why you do some of the things that you do? Okay? I'm telling you now, it's from your parents. Okay, it's from your caretaker. It's from society. It's from the things that went into your subconscious mind that you couldn't say yes or no to. Okay, maybe you said no or whatever, or if you be around dysfunction long enough, you start thinking the shit is normal. Okay, this one. Okay. Also this. The Mystic Path to Cosmic Power. Great read. All right. And so, with that being said, I love you guys. I'll catch you guys later. Make sure you're rocking out, believing in yourselves. Peace.